what's going to happen tonight. We're going to have a bit of poetry first from me and Sam and Kate, who's also at Central Tempest. And then we're going to have a bit of a break. We're going to have the slam. I'm going to explain the rules of the slam to you just before we have that. There are a few more people coming up, but if there are any of you out here who want to slam, who want to do some poetry and aren't too sure about it yet, come up, come and see the lovely Hattie on the desk over here. She will explain to you. If you've already paid, she'll give you your money back. She's the lady to see. So if you're feeling in the mood for some poetry, speak to her. She's the woman to speak to. Okay, I'm going to start the night off with a poem which I wrote about 3 years ago. And I have never performed it, but a few things happened in my life recently which made it kind of feel slightly relevant again. So it's called Putney Bridge. The bell tolls on one side of the bridge, chiming a moment in time, as solemn peals stir a feeling long untouched, locked deep in yesterday's hopes, and never forgotten love of mine. As the grey eddies of the Thames erupt in a flaming burst of sunset embers, above the bells stop, and the bus drives on, and you step out into the warm London spring. And on the bridge's wide balcony you see a nod to last year's fading memory, a pair of faces locked in a sweet, silent reverie. I kissed you once there, where Noah was far away, and yet we held in our gasped, shared breath the ecstasy of boundless potential, the thrill of a million myriad possibilities of future days. On that boat race night, when the roaring crowds had filled the riverside pubs, and winners and losers both drank the sweat-stained efforts of 16 straining men. And in barns, the balconies heaved with braying laughter of old boys and actors and journalists and the glossy masses, creaking with the tink and fizz of easy affluence. In that village within a city, I stole no helmet but yours, as he fell into the dark shadows of the moonlit common, among crumbling mossy gravestones. We lay still unwatched in the darkness, next to a tree on which, weeks later, I would mark its pliable bark with 2 pairs of initials, one for him and one for me. Deep, those key-etched lines ran into the tree's living flesh, and a year on, and MM and GS were still there, but I walked along the river to find them without you, drinking in the strangely empty sun. I stalked the woods and the common. I lay dead, a corpse among corpses with only Nordic gods for company. But you paid no heed, and in a glade wreaked gentle havoc, as I lay in a fungoid haze and watched helixes in the sky. So what were we, you and I ask as the last light fails, and the bridge becomes a whirling stream of red-green, red-green, red-green. But what does it matter now? As the bell tolls and the night rolls away and another day, that old love just fades away. Thank you.